Plaintiff Lachey Nolan Bick says her witness dated the defendant. And after they had a baby, Lachey agreed to co-sign on a car for him. However, after they broke up, Lachey learned the defendant was mentally and physically abusive, and she's suing because he stopped paying on the car. Defendant Jared Hayes says after he broke up with Lachey's witness, they tried to co-parent their daughter, but his ex wanted to control the entire situation. Jared denies owing because he insists he was working out a payment plan with the finance company.
Tell me what happened here.
I met the defendant in 2013 when he started dating my best friend. Anytime we were around each other, he was always a nice, respectful guy. So in April of 2017, they had a baby, and I learned that he could be controlling. And because of that, they ended up breaking up in February of 2018. And I learned that he was physically and mentally abusive and a cheater. So.
Your girlfriend told you all these things?
Yes. And now I'm stuck in their relationship drama because in August of 2017, I agreed to co-sign on a car for him.
Why?
Why did I agree?
Yes.
They had just had a baby and they needed.
She didn't have credit?
No, she didn't.
Her parents?
No.
His parents?
No.
How do you know?
How do I know his parent didn't?
Yeah, if they had credit or not.
Well, I know that her parents don't because I know their living situation.
But what about him? You put it in your name for him.
You're right.
You didn't know?
I didn't know.
All right. And how old were you? You seem relatively young.
I'm 22.
How much was the car?
They told me it was $20,000.
So you risked $20,000 for someone else at age 20?
Yes.
Did you ask your parents first?
I did not.
Okay. Financial matters at your age, always at big money matters in particular, always ask your parents or some adult that may have a little experience in life.
I've definitely learned that, Your Honor.
Okay.
The defendant in 2013 when he started dating my best friend. In April of 2017, they had a baby, and I learned that he could be controlling. And I learned that he was physically and mentally abusive and a cheater.
Plaintiff Lachey Nolan Bick says her witness dated the defendant, and she claims he was physically and mentally abusive.
Let me hear from you.
All right. In the beginning, at first, me and my baby mother, we had a pretty good relationship until, I started trying to come forward with the truth about a lot of things, manning up within our relationship. And, she took it the wrong way. She kind of flipped out on me and decided to break up. So we split and, coming to my daughter, we tried to co-parent and, she tried to control the situation how she wanted to. So with us splitting, we couldn't.
She wants to say something. State your name.
Yes, my name is Michelle.
You're the
baby mother, the ex, and he is going about it the wrong way. What happened was, we were together in 2013. Everything was all right. And I had the baby in 2017 of April. He became controlling as far as I didn't have a job, I didn't have a phone. So when when you have a newborn baby, you have to have a phone just in case something happens. So he's not letting me use his phone. I don't have a job to buy a phone.
I left my phone plenty of times at home while I'm at work.
And then he got into being physically abusive, and that's why we broke up. And then when we broke up, I begged him to see his daughter because at the end of the day, as a girl, you need your father. And she was a baby, so I'm like, he was good when we were together because I will always have her, so he's just like.
But it sounds like he's saying you interfered with him seeing the child.
No, I did not.
Yes.
I begged him to
come
see the agreement was him getting her
when
and how I can see my child. She controls by telling me when and how I can see my child.
You have something to reflect that she was causing interference?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, I hope you're not doing that. You're doing nothing but hurting the child.
Basically.
That's what he's doing.
This is from him. I miss her and love her. Let me get her next weekend. This is you. I'll let you know when you can get her. If you want to see her for her birthday, I can send you info and you can either come see her or drop off anything you have. Up to you. What was the dirtiest job you have ever had? You gonna answer the question, kid? What is that, sir?
That's from my past. Basically, she had a lot of trust issues with with, you know,
and she understood what you were saying?
That was on her page. She sent me that.
You understood this?
I don't even know what's that about.
Me
He just
either. Well, if you don't know,
yeah.
then I don't feel better.
I feel
now.
like at this point he's just trying to nitpick on when the whole time I tried.
Just make sure you let him see his child. That's what
I've been
I want to make sure. Help it happen.
Our agreement was every weekend.
Well, whatever it was, help him. Help him to see the child.
He needs to help me.
Okay, have a seat.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sir. Tell me about your relationship with the plaintiff, though.
We never really had a relationship.
Why did you get her to put your stuff in her name?
I didn't ask her to. I actually asked my mom first, and she decided to call her and ask since she already had a car.
Why? Was your mother going to do it?
I doubt she would have, but it would have been an option before that. So I would have been willing to go around it.
What do you want to say?
That he's lying.
Okay.
And because his mom came to me and said, if Jared would have came to me and asked me right then and there, then I would have been the cosigner. That's what she told me, but he did not go to me.
He didn't ask her fast enough?
Exactly.
That's what she said?
He didn't ask her at all.
Okay.
He let me ask her, and that was cool with him.
And that's the only person why didn't you ask his mother?
His mother, because I don't have a relationship with her.
She doesn't want to.
You had enough relationship for her to tell you if he'd have come to you, she'd have done it. Have a seat, young lady, have a seat. Now tell me how he owes for the car payments. What months did he miss, and did he ever agree to repay, or have you paid and now you're seeking reimbursement? I hope you didn't ruin your credit.
Your Honor, I have multiple messages of me trying to reach out if you'd like to see them, with him not responding. So I've had to come out of $2,000, which set me back on my bill.
Just show me
She
that.
didn't have
Do you
to.
have evidence of that?
Yes,
What do
I
you
do.
say?
She didn't have to. I was already en route with my bank to.
En route? What does that mean? En
Basically,
route? Were you
plans,
paying them?
No, the plans that we
You
had
on
were
the
for
way
me
there.
to get insurance, and they would push all my payments back. She did this before I even got to that point.
Yeah, because her credit was at risk.
I mean, but we could have talked
late,
about that.
let
though.
alone not pay at all. Time you were late. 3 to 5 days sometimes, depending on the finance company, 3 to 5 days late, and it's going on her credit report. So she should pay it every time she sees that it was 3 days late. That's when she should have been paying, not waiting on you with your agreement and what you're trying to do. In the meantime, her credit is being ruined while she's trying to wait on you to do whatever you think the finance company is going to allow you to do. The dirtiest job you have ever had? You gonna answer the question, kid? What is that, sir?
That's from my past. Basically, she had a lot of trust issues with you know.
And she understood what you were saying? You understood this?
I don't even know what's that about.
Me
He just
either. Well, if you don't know, then I don't feel better.
I feel like
Plaintiff Lachey Nolan Bick says her witness dated the defendant, and she claims he was physically and mentally abusive.
Did you pay this amount, $2,086?
No, sir.
She paid on your behalf?
Yes, sir.
And you had the car?
I do.
All right, so you still owe her, even though you believe she jumped the gun on paying as opposed to waiting on an arrangement that you were making. Time you breached the contract, she could sue you at any point. $2,086 is your judgment. Good luck to you guys. Have a good day.
Nothing to say to him.
I just pray we can move forward,
job
you know,
as
in
a
life.
father. That's all I got to say.
And I'm gonna continue doing the job that I do, and I pray that, you know, God can get to them and hope that they see everything in a better way.
I just hope you do your job as a father. That's
Been
all.
doing it.
Plaintiff Susie March says the defendant is her granddaughter, and because she was born with cocaine in her system, she was a problem child growing up. Susie's suing her granddaughter for car rims, which the defendant refuses to return. Defendant Bianca Henderson admits that she was a follower when she was younger, and as a result, she had a hard time focusing in school. Bianca insists Susie told her to keep the car rims, and therefore she doesn't owe her.
Start with you.
Bianca Henderson is my granddaughter. I raised her from birth. Her mom is my daughter. She's a snow baby, all of them.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was a problem kid coming up. And when she was in school, she had a lot of problems. She got to be a teenager, she was in problem.
Did your daughter overcome her addiction?
No, she's still on as today.
And it's been all of her life?
Yes. She started, as far as I know, when she was about 14, 15. I'm not sure when she started.
What city you live in?
Orlando.
Go ahead.
And Bianca, she grew up and she was going to school and she was probably at that school.
And she's 30 now, so
yeah.
The 90s, okay, cocaine epidemic was still there. I'm just trying to figure and associate what happened with her and your daughter to the epidemic of cocaine that was dumped on the inner cities in the late 80s. That's what the crack epidemic came from. And unfortunately, grandmothers in droves had to take care of the grandchildren. I had to take care of my niece, my wife, and I for 18 years.
Wow.
So I sympathize with that, and I'm saying this to educate people on what occurred, and it is no doubt occurring with the opioid epidemic in rural and suburban America, where most of it is occurring. And hopefully they'll learn a lesson, because it was very difficult. You lived your life, you're ready to relax, you're ready to whatever, and here you have to relive a responsibility, I'm not saying a burden, but a responsibility which may be burdensome to you. And it's so unfortunate. A lot of times these grandmothers have retired or they've had low income jobs because they were failed by a segregated education system. When they were coming up in the 50s and 60s, the schools were segregated and the black ones were inferior to the white ones. So the grandparents didn't have a proper education so that they could afford to take care of a grandchild. And so it was a struggle for them again, probably was a struggle with your children, with your own children, and then you had to endure another struggle. Yes. All right, ma'am, go ahead. I'm so sorry to hear that, and I went off on a tangent, but I'm always going to do that when I hear stuff that people need to know. And they need to know that there are millions of grandmothers who have to raise those grandchildren because their child is drug addicted. And so she was troubled at what age approximately, your granddaughter?
She was very young. She was, well, you could start seeing it when she was like about 6, 7. She started acting out, and her mama was never there in her life anyway, so.
Plaintiff Susie March is suing her granddaughter, who she claims was born with cocaine in her system.
And part of that, young lady, you were born with cocaine in your system, and that caused behavioral problems. Yes. It does. I'm not going to go any further than where I went with my relative in terms of their behavior. I'll leave it alone. But that is the case. Science proves that that is the case, that the child's behavior, a certain part of the brain of the parent who is addicted to drugs, the chemicals affect the chemicals of the baby. So that even doubles the burden. I'm fighting in Flint right now where the city poisoned the water, and over half of the children are going to be developmentally affected by the poisoned water, and they project that the primary effect will be behavioral and academic underachievement. And so we were able to get the federal government to budget for tutors, for counselors, for social workers, all of which are going to be necessary for over half of the kids in Flint. Drug epidemic, opioid epidemic, y'all just bringing all the children in and causing them to be troubled, and then we want to look up and say, what's wrong with them kids? We failed them. That's what we've poisoned them with drugs and with the water in Flint. All right, let me stop. But it's just so troubling. It's hard for me to get through a case when I hear stuff like this without lingering on it a little. You tell me about your behavior, young lady.
Like, it's not bad, but...
Tell me about how you were in school.
I was like every other child, like following. I was actually a follower. And I noticed that it led me to being in trouble, so I tried to move myself from people that's doing the wrong thing.
Good. Did it work?
Not really. So.
And how were your academics?
It was good. I love my work. It's just I never was focused because I was trying to be a follower.
All right. Tell me about the property, ma'am. You're suing her for what happened here.
I had let her use my car back in January. In the last part of January. And because I know she didn't have a car, so she was supposed to buy the car when she got her taxes. I know you say don't worry about the taxes.
Don't ever go with a promise of taxes.
but
right.
I did. I look at you every day.
I'm using that now. When I get something from somebody, I might run short on change sometime. And I say, give me $20, man. I pay when my income tax comes. And then I tell them, man, you know how much income tax I had to pay? I didn't get a refund. But she told you that, and what happened?
She really paid me.
She did?
Yes, she did, yes. She did. That's the first.
All right.
But before then, I had some rims and tires that I had on the car back in December of last year, and they tried to steal the rims, so I had them taken off because I can't fight them young people, so I had them taken off, and I put them over my daughter-in-law's house to keep over there for me. So I asked Bianca when she had my car, would she go get the rims and take them to her house, because I didn't have a place to keep them. And she said, yeah, so they went over and got them.
All right, and when you've asked her to return them, what has she said?
She didn't tell me nothing. Now she still got them.
But you have to ask her before you sue her.
I asked her over and over and over, and I don't have them yet.
And what would she say?
She didn't say.
She had to answer something. If you asked her over and over, she just didn't look at you.
When I talked to her on the phone, because she stay in Kissimmee and I stay in Orlando, and I would call her and I asked her for my rim. One time she was talking about, I'm going to sell her the rim. I said, no, I'm not selling you my rim.
Okay, so you all have had some conversation about it.
Before, yeah.
All right. Young lady, she says you owe for the rims. What happened?
Yeah, well, she actually told me she told me to go over to my auntie house to get them. She said the next day she was like, well, you could keep them. Then a couple days later, and a couple days later, she was like, well, matter of fact, you could keep the rims, just give me the tires because I paid so much money for it. I said, all right, no problem, Grandma, because I could get some rims for the tires. Then my uncle, which is her son, which is her husband, told me that my grandma was suing me. And I'm like, suing me for what? And that's when he told me that she wanted her rims back. But I feel like she want the rims back because she doesn't like my girlfriend. And when I bought the car, I gave my girlfriend the car and I bought myself a truck because I have kids. So I gave myself the bigger vehicle and let my girlfriend keep the car.
Plaintiff Susie March is suing her granddaughter, who she claims was born with cocaine in her system.
So you start going with this young lady after you
No, I've been with her 3 years.
Rims?
She believed I was going to keep the car and give my girlfriend the truck.
Okay.
So when she found out I'm not keeping the car and I'm giving her the car, the rims was for the car.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm just
All right, and when she called you and asked you to give her rims back, what have you told her?
I work a lot. I work 2 jobs from 5 in the morning to 7
I understand
at
that.
night. Yes,
That's a
sir.
beautiful thing.
Yes.
When she called and asked for her rims back, what have you told her?
I told my grandma, if I can't make it, can you come get them? I don't have time. So
Oh, okay, so you don't have time. That's her only defense. Well,
Yes,
you
sir.
have time today,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's pay her today.
No, that's no
have a
problem.
good day, $1,076. She
Thank
has
you.
time today, and that was her only defense. Have a good day.
I want her to learn. It ain't because she taking the rim. I want her to learn
Grandma, they at
respect
my
for
house,
me.
but why would you tell my money? I don't have no money. The rims is at my house, bro.
They ask you for it. If you want something back, work.
Grandma, you have a car. You have a car. You could come get them, Grandma. I don't have time. I work 2 jobs. Grandma, like, that's messed up. And you my grandma, and I love you, and I still don't hate you for this.
Brought my rims back.
Like, Grandma, you have a car. You don't do nothing. You don't work.
No, I don't. I'm
All
retired.
right, so why you can't come to me? I
am
got
retired.
2 jobs.
I don't have to.
I got
I'm
number
retired.
babies.
You have enough to come over to Orlando. You can bring
When,
my
Grandma,
rims.
when? Like, come on.
Plaintiff Shara Davis became good friends with the defendant after they met at work. Shara claims she often took the defendant out to get the defendant's mind off of her ex. But she's suing her today for phone bills and the balance due on 2 cell phones. Defendant Aisha Austin says she and Shara hit it off when they met, and they constantly went out drinking together. Aisha insists Shara is suing her for more than she owes.
All right, start with you.
I met Aisha last year in March at work. We instantly clicked, good vibes as friends. We started going out, hanging, drinking with our other friend. We have another one that's connected to us. Aisha's ex ended up being he was just a stress box. So we'll go out, try to kick it, get that off her mind. I had a stress box situation myself. So he ends up breaking her phone. We go to a restaurant on our mutual friend's birthday, and some pimps came in there. They were mad because we took the last table. So our
I didn't know they were pimps.
I'm from Vegas. She lived in Vegas. They were pimps.
Okay.
It's just that's what they do. They would probably want to be pimps, but so they get mad about them not having no table. A mutual friend of our mutual friend gets into it with them. Aisha thinks they're about to start shooting. She comes bolting out of the restaurant door. She's tall, she has her heels on. What makes you think they're
starting to shoot again?
Because they was outside tripping, they was tripping. I kind of thought.
Arguing? Is that what you said?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, arguing.
Did anybody pull out a gun?
No.
Okay, so you thought wrong?
Yeah, we both thought wrong.
Okay.
They ended up fighting though, but nobody got shot, thank God. So she comes running out the restaurant, leaves us, don't call us, don't check on us. We called her once everything died down and made sure that she was okay.
All right, let me hear from you.
Okay, so I met Shara back in March of 2018. We had the same training class. Like she said, we automatically just hit it off. On the weekends, we would hang out at our mutual friend's house, which is another one of our coworkers that we all started the same class back in March of 2018. So we would just go over there. We had drinking days. I'll just be sitting there dancing. She just sit there on her phone, just joking. We had some nights we'll just go out to the club, have dudes buying drink. Shara get her drink, walk away. I'm sitting there trying to get more drinks. We just would hang out and drink. That was just what we did. I end up asking Shara, can I get on her phone line? She allowed me to do so. When we were at the store, I did have my ex with me, and he approached her himself and said, hey, can you put me on the line as well? She agreed to. Your man asked her if he could be on her line? Correct. Why? He asked her, can you be on the line? He's the pimp. He's the pimp. Taking advantage of women. If he pimping for a telephone, he got to figure something else out. This is right. He got on your bill, right? He did, but he didn't pay, right? And didn't pay, right? Right, but that's he didn't. That's pimping. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Okay, so he asked her. You ain't see pimp. She had a pimp with you. So he did ask her, but she didn't ask me, hey, Aisha, do you mind if I put him on there? I'm like, if you want to, you can. That's fine. We did end up breaking up down the line. Of course, I wasn't going to let him take my friend's phone, so I took the phone from him. So, of course, at that point, it was my responsibility. Ongoing, I paid Shara $200 a month. I would just give her the money. Let me allow her to tell me the transactions.
Defendant Aisha Austin is being sued by her former friend, who claims she often took Aisha out to get her mind off of her ex-boyfriend.
Go ahead. What was the agreement?
It was $200 a month.
For whom?
For her and her ex-boyfriend.
Each?
No. It's $200 in total. Excuse me. Yeah, it's $200 in total for the monthly bill and to pay the devices off because it was 2 iPhone 8 Pluses. They both got one. She got a red one. He got a black one. And she paid it. But after October, no more. November, December, January, I paid all 3 of these bills because my phone is connected to these bills as well. So when she doesn't pay the phone, my phone gets cut off. And then in January, I canceled it completely. And then I had to pay the phone balance. It's on my credit now. Because it was $400.
Let me see whatever you have there.
It was $469.
When you'd ask for your money, what would she tell you?
Like right here, this is November 29th. I'm like, Aisha, boo, our phone bill is due. Okay, boo, you at work today? How can I give it to you? Yeah, I'm at work. Just Cash App it. I don't have Cash App. This is November.
Have you paid it all?
Right, so in November.
No, have you paid it all? That was a very simple question.
Yes, not January.
Good enough. All?
No, no. So in January, I didn't pay my bill. Remind you, in January, I was going through.
But you do owe her money.
Okay.
I'm asking you, do you owe her money?
For January.
All right, well, that's money. January is money. All right, go ahead. I'll get back to you on the specifics, but yeah, you've admitted that you owe her money. So she's not totally crazy. Go ahead.
Just a little bit.
Right.
December 6th. This is Aja. I just had to do a payment arrangement to get my phone back on, and your phone lines are 11 days late. So there is an extra charge for each of them. I'm telling her how much money she has to pay. She doesn't respond to this message. She texts me back December 15th from somebody else's phone. Good morning, boo. I didn't come back to work because on my way to work, she got pulled over, all this stuff with her vehicle. I'll be there to bring you your money. Tell me how much to pay, and then only reason I didn't give it Thursday is because my accident, I left the card I had with the $300. Boo,
you have I want to see what she ruined your credit.
Oh, yeah,
you
I have it right here. And it actually took my credit down 23 points. Showing
that as a blemish. And I just hate to see this when people do things for others in their name.
And if you notice, that says $17.99. I'm only suing her for what those are from late charges. So that's really the entire balance.
And you still have the other phone?
No.
Two. All of them are gone?
Yes, even mine.
So this is for all the phones?
My phone was already paid off.
Okay, ma'am.
So in June, she's put me on her bill. Ongoing, I pay her $200. Every month. I just gave her the cash right at work. We work together. It was just easy for me to just do it that way. So I did that. In November, I was a few days late, and she just turned my phone off. Remind you, the company won't even turn your phone off if you're a few days late. I wasn't a week, and I was a few days late. I then ended up meeting up with her on November, and I gave her the money for November.
When?
I gave you the money for November at work.
You did. When, Aja?
Let her finish. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So then, coming to January now, when my phone was cut off, so I was going to give her the money, but she turned my phone off, so I didn't give her money.
But you paid her for November in November.
No.
Ma'am?
I think I did. Yes.
You think you did?
Yes, I remember.
All right. How about December?
Probably not.
Probably not. So you're confused. So I'm likely to go to the person who's clear. Go ahead.
I didn't turn the phone off 4 days after the bill was due. This text message is November 29th. That's the end of November. I turned it off after this. And then...
Thank you.
Sure is, November 29th.
And then December 15th is when she texted me from her other friend's phone, because her phone was still off.
Man, you've given me clear and convincing evidence, and she has too. She don't even know how much she owes. And I'm going to grant your judgment. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you. You know I love you, Aja, at the end of the day. I just,
I love you more.
Disappointed, baby. I didn't think that it was gone. I didn't think you was going to shake it up like that.
I didn't think you were going to bring me here instead of just telling me what
I didn't want to bring you
me.
here.